Introducing Built to Last, a new podcast by American Express. I'm Elaine Welteroth, and I'm excited to host the debut season where we will be deep diving into the stories, history, and continued legacy of small businesses that shape American culture. Through these important conversations, we'll hear how the Black business leaders of our past have inspired today's Black-owned small businesses and communities. Join us for the debut season of Built to Last on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Hey there. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and there's one thing we can all be thankful for. Free pickup at Kroger. Whether it's tender, juicy turkey, savory stuffing, or those creamy, buttery mashed potatoes your fam can't get enough of, you can save a lot of time when you pick up all your fresh favorites curbside at Kroger. So order for free pickup at Kroger.com or the app and make more time for living this Thanksgiving. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Starbane's Avenue.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Wayne Davis. Billy Wayne Davis. I put the middle name in there, too. Jay's hyphenating your middle name. Is that right or wrong, Billy?
It's all about a feeling, and it felt right.
It did feel kind of right. It did feel right. Now, you started playing guitar when you were 12 years old. That is Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and I want you to stop it right now.
Great guitarist, though.
He is a great guitarist. And I tried to play guitar, and it wasn't fun to me. And I think
that's kind of what you need it to be.
I think you need it to be fun to get real good at it.
So you know what Eric Clapton always said was the reason why I played guitar was because it was fun. Had nothing to do about getting women, had nothing to do about being a god or of any sort. It's like, it's fun. It's a fun thing. What's a little fun thing I can do?
Bill, you know what I never noticed until now? You have the exact same tone and timbre to your voice as the legendary Randy Travis. Have you ever been told that before?
Yeah, there's some, I can sing all right, evidently, but I don't, and like I said, I don't think it's fun. It's a nightmare.
Dude, yeah. If you busted out 3 Wooden Crosses or Forever and Ever and Amen.
Let's hear just give us a tiny taste of Travis.
Just, I could just talk like.
No, we want to hear you sing just a touch.
I don't like to sing, you guys.
He doesn't want to do it. It's not fun. Can you sing about how you don't like to sing like Randy Travis?
As long as
I don't like to sing
talk about
like
the
Randy
weather.
Travis.
No, it's this. As long as old women sit and talk about old men, darling, I'm gonna love you forever. Come on, I know you know it.
I know every word.
I know you do.
Give us a little. Just a little. He's not going to, Jay.
This is like Carson. This is like Carson in '87.
Stop it. This is like
I think you could do a little bit for this.
This is like bizarre. This is like when Carson tried to get Eddie Murphy to do comedy, Buckwheat or something, I think. And he's like, "Hey man, do it." And Eddie Murphy was like, "No." And then Carson looked to the side and was like, "Is he shitting me?"
Mm-hmm. What was he, 19 at the time?
Yeah, he was like, "No." So
it is. It's just more of a fear.
Yeah. We don't need to start.
I sing all day long.
Yes.
It's like my wife would probably be like, "Why are you being so weird about this?"
Yeah,
you sing all day. I'm like, I don't like it.
I understand. Well, look, we got business to take care of. So here's the big business of the day, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And it's not really just because of where you grew up, and I love your bit about coming, your bit that you did on comedy. We're gonna ask you a question about that when it comes to a special Patreon question. But do you think the world is getting dumber? Have we is like global warming? Has there been the dumbification of the world, or has always been this dumb, and now we're just hearing about it more because of like social media?
No, I think that my parents are both, like a lot of people in my family are educators. Mm-hmm. This is something they have harped on since I can remember. Mm-hmm. Is that like even the educational system is being dumbed down in a way that's not they were like, it's not good what they're doing.
Right. So we're heading down a slippery, dumb slope. It's basically a slip and slide down a mountain.
Yeah, I don't like to believe in conspiracies, but those are systems that people put in place. So they're by design.
So but by design, we're trying to dumb ourselves.
Not us. I just
Someone is trying to dumb us down.
The system, whoever's behind the system and benefits off of our stupidity.
I bet the people running the system are great, kind, caring individuals.
Well, I think they're dumb too. There's like a laziness to that kind of system where they're like, how can we make this the easiest on us? Let's make them dumber than us. And you're like, well, you guys, that's not a huge bar to start with.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's like telling people if like intelligence was abs, and we basically said to people, you don't have to do sit-ups anymore.
They're not going to do it anymore.
No one's going to get them.
No one's going to have abs.
Nope.
No.
It's not going to happen. So you got to work that muscle. And there are what we understand in this show is that there are dumb stories that pop up all the time. Our dumb ears on the ground.
Our fans send them to us. You want to jump into one?
Let's do
right
one.
now.
Let's do one of these stories.
I love this. This is, yes.
Here we go.
Good.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sent in by Liz Haggerty at
Love her.
Liz Haggerty.
Love her.
I know.
She's dynamite.
She sounds like she's carrying on the tradition of her detective father who's been missing for 10 years, but
Dick
probably
Haggerty?
still alive. Yes.
Dick
and
Haggerty.
This is a show. It's like on after your guys' favorite cop show on
Dick
USA.
Haggerty PI.
It's called Haggerty.
Right. It is. Okay, here we go. An argument over whether, well, for just the title alone. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
I should read you the headline. Man knifed. Here, there's a comment here. Hold on. Man knifed kin during almond milk row.
Yeah.
So you're going to go, instead of fight, you'll go row, but instead of brother, you'll go kin.
Yeah. That's
Or cousin.
It's odd. And look, how has, and is Greg Almond dead?
Greg Almond is dead.
Yeah.
Now, how in his lifetime, I think he didn't live long enough for it to become popular, but they should have had almond milk.
Almond Brothers milk.
Almond Brothers
Yeah,
milk.
they totally should have.
Right?
I mean, you guys, if they would have happened 10 years later,
Yeah.
it would have.
100%.
They would have had Almond Brothers.
Almond Brothers milk.
Almond milk.
Is that Midnight Rider? Is that the Almond Brothers?
Yeah, that's just Greg Almond.
Oh, okay. An argument over whether almond milk or whole milk was the superior milk turned violent.
As it should.
I'm going to tell you something, Billy. I get this.
Well, one of them isn't even goddamn milk.
I know.
That's a whole lawsuit
First of all,
that's
Dan,
happening in our country right
do you
now.
know how long it is?
That may be that may have been what
Tipsed it.
brought the violence.
That's what
It's
brought the
what
knife
is
out?
actually
milk? And he's like, I have to kill you now.
Yeah. you done stepped over the line.
Someone said, do you know how long it takes to get your fingers onto the small little almond teats to squeeze that milk
Tiny
out?
almond nipples are very hard to squeeze.
Tiny almond nipples. My favorite ska band.
I was going to say that was my favorite Don
They're still touring.
They are
They
still
are still
all through
touring.
COVID.
Them
They're
and
all
Mustard
through
Plug,
COVID.
Pennywise,
and Real Big Fish.
and Goldfinger.
Yeah.
They don't even know. I don't think they know about COVID. That's how.
No.
They're like, I don't understand what everybody's saying. We got a full touring schedule happening.
Yeah. We're doing Warp Tour. We
Tiny
don't care.
almond milk nipples.
Is Warp Tour, I mean, provided we had a normal world, is that still going on?
No.
It's going on as much as the
Vans Warp Tour?
Horde tour is going
The
on.
Horde. Ozfest. Remember Ozfest?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever go to the festival in Murfreesboro, Tennessee? You know,
I went the Bonnaroo
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I went a couple of years ago after the Live Nation bought it and was like, "Is this it?" And they're like, "No, it used to be like a festival. Now it's a thing."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
used to be organic and fun, but you done came in and screwed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay," because I was like, "This seems like the fair if Microsoft ran it."
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, the milk argument turned violent when a Florida man allegedly slashed his cousin with a pocket knife, according to an arrest report. We've talked about how there's gators in every water in Florida.
Yep.
Every person has a pocket knife.
Yeah. That's not even, you can get on a plane in Fort Lauderdale with a pocket knife and they see it and they're just like, no, that's like his keys.
Pocket knives matter primarily one time in your entire life, and that is on Christmas morning when you're trying to open up some kid's box or like package of things, and you're like, who has a pocket knife?
Right.
And it's always Uncle Ken.
Right. Because someone...
Did you have a pocket knife growing up?
I have one right now.
You do.
Of course you do. You have a machete. I
do you have a
guarantee.
machete?
I have 4 machetes.
See?
4 machetes?
He's in this whole thing.
Jesus
with
Christ.
him and
I didn't pick the thing. It kind of just happened.
Yeah,
No,
the machete picks you
because he does Behind the Bastards all the time, and somehow talking about horrible people from history turned into him and Robert Evans collecting weapons. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. It didn't. Well, like there was no intention there. It was like an offhand comment, and people were like, "They should have weapons," and people send them to us.
Yeah, but then you started giving him weapons.
Yeah,
see,
that was like a joke.
Okay. They should have weapons. They should have weapons.
I bought like this giant Home Depot brand battle axe.
What?
For $30 off. It's not an actual battle axe, but it is like that kind of.
Don't talk about your wife that way.
It gets the job done.
And it's like $30, so I thought that was funny. I could just order that off, and it came to my house.
Yeah, it's funny when you do it. I don't think it's funny when it's not funny when does it. Yeah, like you can have it. The Proud Boys can't. Okay,
I hope they also just like don't send them to Florida. They're like some guy. If it's Southern California, LA, this guy's doing it as a bit.
Yeah,
somebody in like Florida, they're like, no, he's got a grudge.
He's taking it to a polling station. We don't ship there.
Right,
is what they should say.
Police responding Sunday afternoon. This is a Sunday afternoon milk fight.
Yeah, if you haven't knifed your cousin and you live in Florida, then they make you leave.
They responded Sunday afternoon to a disturbance at a home in Lehigh Acres, and they arrested Justin Garcia for aggravated battery, a felony. Justin was freed yesterday. According to the victim, he and Justin engaged in a verbal argument about what milk is better, almond milk or whole milk. Now,
how can it get that passionate?
Better on what terms? Because just in terms of milk, whole milk is way better.
Yeah, but I mean,
but in terms
milk,
of
you
like,
can put almond milk in your coffee and it's 100%.
Still good.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I agree completely.
This was not an argument about milk, Billy.
I have oat milk in my fridge.
No. Wow. No, this had nothing to do with milk.
No, right?
I agree.
This was just like, give me something to slash your ass about.
The dispute became physical when Justin became enraged at the victim for disagreeing with him. So it's not even about milk. It's about the principle that he doesn't agree.
And how much did he probably did agree, because he was like, whole milk is better. And the guy in his brain was like, I don't know. I mean, I could take it or leave it, but he's probably right. But he's like, just for the sake of the argument, I'm going to be like, nah, almond milk's better. And boom.
Or he could just see, he's like, man, this is pissing him off so much.
Keep digging
deeper. I'm just going to keep being like, no, almond milk is like, it's superior to the cow.
Way better.
Police,
thicker.
Like, I'm gonna kill you. I am gonna kill you.
Say it again. Say it's thicker. It's thicker.
Police Police and court records.
I bet when he stabbed him, there was like a moment after when the guy was like, this is my fault. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
because nothing helps bring someone to your side of the argument like a knifing.
I was wrong, man.
Police and court records do not indicate whether Justin or the victim was advocating in favor of which milk. So
see, the court should get their story straight. Or it's someone's job to find out.
But I think we will figure it out before the story's over.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Well, do you think the person getting knifed or the person knifing likes whole milk more than almond milk?
The person knifing is a whole milk person.
That's
all the way.
Exactly what I think.
Almond milk is too evolved.
Right.
Yeah, almond milk almond milk takes the cow out of the equation, and that's got to upset
Although
people.
It's way more interesting if you are an almond milk proponent and you carry a pocket knife. You're a more interesting character in a story.
Sure.
Did they do like any field sobriety tests?
No. Sunday afternoon.
For this kind of stuff?
You know, both of them were drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. That's assumed. Okay, that's important to me.
Yeah.
Almond milk is more sustainable.
Very true.
Yes, we could live on almond milk forever.
So he gets mad at him. They don't say who liked what milk. Justin punched his cousin in the forehead. Odd place to punch somebody. That's going to hurt your hand more than it is going to hurt them.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of boxers going like 3 jabs straight to the forehead. Or to me, it's the equivalent of I've seen people punch through walls before. Like that's definitely something. But it would be like someone hauling off and trying to hit a door frame.
Well, listen to this full sentence. Justin punched.
It's not a bad strategy. Like if someone punched you in the forehead, even if it didn't hurt, you'd be like, "Why the fuck?
What just happened?"
More of confusing than violent.
This person's insane.
This is insane.
Well, you're already in a milk fight, so don't start casting aspersions.
You've pushed it too far.
Hey, man, don't bring a pocket knife to a milk fight.
Justin punched his cousin in the forehead, prompting the victim, who they don't name, but I'm just going to start calling Kyle, prompting Kyle to strike Justin in the shoulder, which makes me think these two had a no face rule when they first started their fight. No faces.
But he did hit him. Hit him in
the forehead.
That's face.
I don't know.
That's
but
face,
then why
Dan.
would you come back with the shoulder?
I don't know. Shoulder.
They don't know how to punch each other.
Shoulder is playful.
I think that's what's happening is we don't have two athletes here.
Right. Yeah. These guys aren't boxers. Yeah.
Justin then allegedly pulled out a pocket knife with a 3-inch blade. It was small and blue, and began chasing his cousin around the driveway.
Oh, God.
And then throughout the front yard of the Lehigh Acres residence. So it's a Benny Hill short.
Just
the idea of these people running around. Also, enter in our new friend. We'll come in a second. When Justin caught up to his
Yakety Hicks.
When Justin caught up to his cousin, he asked his kin, "Who's writing this?"
He asked
his kin.
It's my kin. Did you ever refer to your family as kin?
No.
Not even in the movie Next of Kin, where they were all making those animal noises to each other with Patrick Swayze.
I was going to mention it is like when you threaten someone in the city. When you're like, have you ever seen the movie Next of Kin?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, okay. You're like,
I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Did you, Dan?
They would just be like,
yeah, I did too.
And it would like make. Do you know this?
No.
Dude. Billy knows what I'm talking about.
I never saw
They're
it.
in the city like avenging.
It's
I don't
Liam
remember.
Neeson doing Taken, but he's a hillbilly.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Hillbilly
Patrick
Liam
Swayze's
Neeson.
in it.
Hillbilly Taken. Hillbilly Taken.
It's great, and they make all these
It's
animal
awesome.
noises. That's how they communicate with each other.
Because you shouldn't be able to hear like pigs communicate in the city. Dan, I've never seen Next of Kin. As the audience, are you on the side of the hillbillies?
Yes.
You're on the side of the hillbillies.
100%.
See?
Yes, you are.
Wait, because coked out like city folk took their kidnapped their
Yes,
daughters.
it's like if Judgment Night had a retribution to it.
It's like if Wall Street, if they just kidnapped some kids and made them coke slaves.
Yeah, like Boiler Room.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
It is not far off from that, but it's Liam Neeson, like Key and Peele, like doing Liam Neeson shit early.
The Liam Neesons.
Yes,
But
exactly.
he's got a real he kind of nails the accent because he reminds me of a couple people I knew growing up too, where I'm like, this is like accurate.
I agree with
That's
you.
fucking Neeson, man.
Liam Neeson is
not
doing a
messing around.
hillbilly. He's doing a
Yeah, this came out. What would you guess? Probably 91.
90.
Yeah, I remember my my most hillbilly uncle really speaking to him on a level that it didn't speak to anybody else.
This is where we take the city. Like hillbillies take the city. Don't take any guff.
Right.
Type of thing.
Next of Kin. What year,
Jay,
Jason?
what year was
you want to guess? I'm guessing 91. You want to guess?
Do you want to guess? Guess, Billy.
I would say early 90s for sure. So
You gotta
I'm
pick a
gonna- I
year.
don't know.
Hold on.
92 then.
92.
Price is
I'm going to
Right.
say 94.
I'm telling you in one say Dan says 91.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
It's not telling me.
Oh
Hold on.
my God.
Welcome back to
Jay.
Jason
Jesus.
Can't Google. You've really fallen off. You used to
Oh
be
my
so
God,
good. Didn't he,
you're
Rand? Remember?
So bad.
89.
Ooh. Same
Did you
year
know
as Batman
Liam
and
Neeson was
Beetlejuice.
making movies back in 89.
Yes.
Liam Neeson is like, and I'm going to throw a golf. And here's what I want to play a little game with you guys because Dan gets to play all the games.
Sure, except for on Patreon.
Except for the
How
video.
many stars?
No,
What percentage of Rotten Tomatoes did it get?
Oh, probably 43.
Dan says 43.
No, I'll go Obama, 44.
44. What do you think? Billy, what do you think?
36 is the first number that popped in my head.
51. 51.
Yeah.
Get your answers in, townies, because the movie Next of Kin on Rotten Tomatoes got a 56%
Wow.
Rotten
Well done.
Tomatoes.
Well done.
Hillbillies love Rotten Tomatoes. They
So
do.
get this. Okay, so get this. They run around, they're punching each other, no faces, foreheads are allowed.
Fine.
When Justin caught up to his cousin Kyle, he slashed his kin on the left side of his torso, causing a small laceration.
Oh, God.
At this point, this is where I start to love it. The victim's uncle interceded.
There we go.
You too.
Dan, I think.
This is too far. This is too far.
Right.
Hey,
Get
get
over
over. You
here.
say interceded, you mean woke up from the couch porch.
Started cheering one of them on.
Couch
Yes.
on the porch.
the porch
couch.
His
Porch couch.
cigarette had hit the filter so he could intervene.
Yeah, yeah.
They stepped on his foot when they were running by. Hey, what the fuck you guys doing? And then, hey, all right.
At this point, the victim's uncle interceded, holding back Justin and separating the cousins until police arrived.
And I imagine he has one by one forehead, the other by the other forehead, and the one is just swinging wildly, and he can't get
The uncle told cops he was working on a car in the driveway. So the whole time they're running around this driveway, he's just still changing the oil on this car. He's putting like a new starter
He's
on it.
underneath. He's working on the car. He's talking about his divorce.
To himself. The uncle told cops he's working on the car when he heard Justin and the victim argue over almond milk. After being read his rights, Justin claimed that, quote, the victim came at him with a stick, that'd be Kyle, prompting him to punch his cousin in self-defense. Kyle said that Justin thinks he is better than the whole family. And now we found out what this argument's really about.
Right?
Yeah.
That's Justin's into almond milk.
But that's what I was going to say. Yeah. But that would mean Justin has the knife and is in the almond milk.
I don't know, man. Weird.
And he probably does think he's better than the whole family.
Of course.
By the way, he might be better than the whole family.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying he probably has an attitude that they're aware of.
So what you're saying, Billy Wayne Davis, is that you can be better than the whole family, just don't think it.
Here's the thing is, you don't bring that to the table.
Thank you.
No.
Right. If you know you're better than the whole family, show up late.
Keep that to yourself.
All you have to do is show up late for Thanksgiving and leave early. That's all you need to do.
They'll talk about you when you're gone.
Oh, yeah, you're the worst. Also, if you ever say the phrase, you ain't no better than me, you have automatically made that person better
than you.
For sure.
Yes.
Do you ever get that in your own family? People who are like, oh man, big Hollywood guy. Big Holly, you think you're better than me, you big Hollywood guy. A couple of drinks in him.
It doesn't take a couple of drinks. It's just, you can just see a certain look as they approach. Like, here it comes. A lot of it is like, what my favorite part is they don't think I'll say stuff back. And then I say stuff back and they're just like, oh, and I'm like, I'm still from here.
Exactly. Right. They didn't kick that out of me.
Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, there's a reason I do like you.
Jesus. You just needed to remind them of it.
Well, Kyle stated that Justin began to argue with him about, quote, all their issues. Yeah. There's it's a lot more than milk beans.
And then it came out in the almond milk.
A search of Justin turned up the knife in his pants pocket. Why would you not get rid of the knife?
Yeah, throw it, man.
Which makes me feel like it's special to him. The weapon was confiscated and placed in an evidence bag. We will get out of here. Story number 1 with this.
Don't cry over spilled almond.
How old is Justin? Now, here's what we gather. He thinks he's better than everybody else.
He's got a
fighting about their issues.
Knife.
He has a small blue pocket knife, and we think he's on the almond milk side.
Train. How old do you think
he is? But he could be a whole milk guy, and he's sick of everybody else liberaling up their milk.
Sure. Billy, you can guess first, Tig, which is the spot in between me and Jason, or third. Where do you want to guess?
I don't understand what you just said.
You get to guess this guy's age. We're going to guess it right now.
You can go first.
Do you want to go first, third, or second?
First.
Okay. How old do you think he is?
19.
Okay.
19 years old from Billy Wayne Davis.
Damn, I was going to go young too. Do it. All right, 24.
24 from Jason Sklar.
17 and shirtless.
17 and shirtless.
And toothless.
17 and shirtless. I like that.
In Seattle.
Justin is 30 years old.
Wow. I was the closest.
It's a lot of time for him to think he's better than everybody.
Divorced twice. That's what I'm going to say.
I love that you guys thought he was like a teenager that thought he was.
I don't know. Billy kind of got me down low. His kids are 13.
He seemed angsty.
Yeah. There was a little something to it. Like if it's right under the surface, you're either 68 or you're 17. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's like.
Yes.
You're on the upswing or the downswing. You're at the same point in the slope, but you haven't reached your peak yet.
Well, that's story number 1, my friend.
There you go. Story number 1, down in the books. Billy Wayne Davis is with us, the perfect person to be going through all this stuff. It's Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
So the best gift that we've gotten our mom that she has told us over and over and over again.
Over and over.
Is the Skylight
frame that it is a frame you set up and you set
it is a gift that keeps giving.
Well, because especially in a time like right now, like she's seeing memories that you guys maybe have to be separated for, but she still gets to see them and feel like she's a part of them and be shared.
So it's
with them
it's a picture frame. For those who don't know, it is a picture frame.
Connects to your Wi-Fi.
And then all you do is email to an address.
Or text. I text to an address and the photos that I'm sending to my mom get uploaded on the frame. And while she's sitting in her living room,
they pop in the rotation and she'll call us and be like,
I saw the new pictures. She just loves it. So she has told us over and over again, this is the best gift that we've gotten her. And it's like one of those things that it's a gift made out of love. It's a gift like that Dan says, it
and
just
keeps giving. And in a time where like everything is, people can be very isolated, it's bringing people together.
It brings us closer.
100%.
For a really special gift for really special people in your life, I think Skylight Frame is the best thing that you can send to anybody. I mean, you're feeling far away from somebody. This is a great thing. You know, people also don't want all the pictures on their phone like piling up, or where did I get that last text and where did I put this thing and I didn't download this thing. This puts it on the frame and it gives you a chance to see it. I mean, all I can say is it was probably the best idea of anything that we've ever given. I'm only speaking from the heart. I'm not even going to read what's here because
they wrote a bunch of stuff for us to read. We can just tell you what we experienced when we gave this gift to our mom.
But I will tell you this, that now is a special offer. You can get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame when you go to skylightframe.com and enter the code DPT. That lets them know we sent you. You get $10 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame. Just go to skylightframe.com and enter the code DPT. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com. Use a promo code DPT. And I'm telling you,
it's a beautiful gift that you will, that
give
whoever
it for the holidays.
They will love it for years and years to come.
Hey, Townies, we're nearing the end of 2020 here, and I'm sure that all of us have felt the effects of it. It's been a rough year in many different ways for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If it hasn't, you and I probably don't share the same feelings on things.
It's been rough.
But you know what? There's a product called Headspace, and it's actually a service as much of a product. I use it, and I think that it would be something that you could use in your life too. It's great because it goes beyond just like quick fixes. It's a daily meditation. It's a dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditation. An easy to use app. It's called Headspace.
So Dan, this is the thing that I hear the most because Randy and I meditate, and I know you do as well. The biggest hurdle is that people say, well, I don't know how to do it, or how do I get into it, or can someone show me what to do? This app shows you how to do it, guides you through it.
It literally takes your hand, or it figuratively takes your hand and walks you through the pathway to lower your stress.
Yeah, and it's for you on your time. There's no way to do it wrong. It's all about just doing it. And Headspace is one of the best places to do that, to just work a little bit on your mental health and to feel a little bit better, or at least make inroads toward trying to get that way. They're one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. So whatever the situation, Headspace really can help you feel better. If you're overwhelmed, Headspace has a 3-minute SOS meditation for you to use right then. If you need some help falling asleep, Headspace has wind down sessions. Their members swear by.
So valuable.
And for parents, it's a very stressful time for parents. Headspace even has morning meditations that you can do with your kids.
Amazing.
Their approach to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. You know, in my personal time with it, it's taking that couple of minutes, whether it is on a walk or it's just making like a little space I'm going to sit in my own apartment, or going to a park and, you know, socially distance, just kind of trying to clear my thoughts. It's been great for me for that. It's no wonder that it's backed by 25 published studies on its benefits, 600,000 5-star reviews, and over 60 million downloads. Headspace makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime.
It's worth it.
Anywhere. Guys, I'm going to say this to you. You trust us, at least with your comedy needs. I'm going to say, trust me a little bit with your health needs, because you deserve to feel happier. And Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/DPT. That's Headspace, HEADSPACE.com/DPT for a free 1-month trial. You spaced that out right? You can use that month during the holidays.
That's right.
With access to Headspace full library of meditations for every situation, you're going to be covered. This is the best deal offered right now. So head to headspace.com/DPT today.
Hey guys, Sklar Brothers here and Daniel Van Kirk. Welcome back to Dumb People Town. We got Billy Wayne Davis with us. Before we get to stuff that he's doing, we want to mention a couple things. We've got live Dumb People Town.
Well, this will be after.
This is after it.
Yeah,
all right.
this is after.
So
we had a live Dumb, but we do have a live Dumb People Town.
So let me mention this. We revealed on our last at the live show. We haven't revealed it live on this show yet. No. We revealed to the audience at that show. So when that drops, you guys will all know that we have a special guest on another live Dumb People Town, the holiday Dumb People Town party, which is on December 12th. That's a Saturday. And we'll do it up again. These are the most fun things in the world. Please get on it. Get your tickets.
Eventbrite.com, live Dumb People Town. Get on it right now.
December 12th. And what else, Dan? What's going on for you, buddy?
Not
Anything
much.
else you want to promote?
So I'm going to figure out the holidays. Go to danielvankirk.com for all the stuff that I'm doing. I do game nights. I do bingo. We had a great one last month with Halloween. So we'll be doing a Thanksgiving themed one this month. Go to danielvankirk.com to just have a good time and hang with me. Yeah, you can win stuff.
Billy Wayne, tell us how people can follow you, how they can check out your stuff, and what should we be directing these people to?
If you Google my name, you can choose whatever way you want to get in touch or follow me. That seems to be the best way to promote that.
Sure, great.
I've also I'm touring hardcore, no mask, mostly basements.
Yeah,
you like it?
This feels very nervous.
No, just only basements and low ceilings.
Wow.
We want a lot of humidity and people touching. That
seems counterproductive.
Seems weird. And a fan just to blow all expectorant around. I like that.
Just to get it, and then we do a group kiss.
Oh God,
that's your closer.
That I don't know if this is
Billy
the best.
Ray Davis, the aerosol tour.
It is electric.
God.
I thought I would get some pushback from my agents and managers, but they were all
they're happy to have
money.
people working.
They were like money.
Money. I love. When do you think
be the COVID comic?
I am just kidding.
When do you think? I know you are. When do you think we will get back to touring around?
Yep.
I don't.
A year.
I don't.
No.
I don't know.
Do you miss
Every time
it
I really
though?
try to not as much as I thought I would. I'll be honest, because of stuff like this.
Yeah, this is fun.
Sure.
And if I'm being completely honest, it's the most balanced my whole life has ever been, my whole adult life.
Yeah.
Because it's for the first time in my adult life, I'm not going 9 different ways.
Right.
And I've been able to get a lot of my shit straight. Which is interesting.
It's funny because we have kids. I don't know if you have kids, but
yes.
Yeah. So it is great to be around the kids. People ask do you miss the shows? I miss the shows. I miss doing a great show on the road and then hanging with fans afterwards. That to me is so joyful and fun, and it reminds us why we do what we do. I don't like getting on a plane. I don't like waking up in the morning and figuring out where am I going to park my car and then coming back and then getting back early and waking up. I don't love that. I'm not a fan of that, but the actual standing on stage and doing comedy and the show is great, but it's not always, you don't know what you're going to get. There are times where you don't know what you're going to get, but so I miss the one element of it, but I'm happy to be around so I can relate to you.
For sure.
I miss the traveling part, if I'm being honest. I like to go
to different places. Yes, I like
so
that.
I don't like the travel aspect to get there.
Right. But once you're there, don't you love being okay,
where's
this is
the
the
best
oldest
breakfast spot?
This is the best breakfast spot. This is the oldest restaurant in this town. This is somewhere that everyone's you got to check this out. Jay and I love writing comedy about all that stuff and then bringing that to the first part of our act.
That's my wife has always been how do you just go into a city and in the first 10 minutes? I'm because I really love doing this.
That's right.
I love being in the new city because I'm what is this place about?
What are these people dealing with? What are they thinking of? What are they pissed about?
Why is the one vegan restaurant in Bloomington, Indiana called the Owlery, named after owls,
which are carnivorous
birds.
Animals?
That seems odd.
It's weird.
Especially in a college town.
Yeah, exactly. You should be better than
point that out. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Are you guys ready to do story
let's
two?
jump into story two. Let's do it.
We're recording this right before Halloween.
Right.
So we have some stories that I thought would be fun for that. But when is what?
So think back to when Halloween was.
Yeah, or make it all year round.
That's right.
We're scared most of the time anyway. This was sent in by Jeffrey Alberghini. There it is, at JJ Alberghini. That's GHI.
I love a good pesto Alberghini, I'm telling you, and I like it al dente.
Alberghini is like an affordable Lamborghini.
That's right. It's a $23,000 Lamborghini knockoff.
Open like this. It doesn't even do the thing.
The doors open down instead of up.
It's just kind of a hassle.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to climb on the door to get into the car. All right.
You ready?
Yes.
A woman has been left shocked after a CT scan showed that she had 2 metallic needles.
What?
Disclaimer for graphic. This sucks to have
this will
happened.
be graphic.
Yeah. She had 2 metallic needles embedded deep in her brain.
How do you not know that has happened?
Well,
I don't know.
clearly it's cut off the part of her brain that remembers that somebody stuck
Or
metallic
maybe just the
needles in
part
her brain.
that cares about such things.
Yeah.
It accepts
It's piercing her pain.
or just her apathy levels.
They
are
go to
going
pull it out, and she's like, no, put that back in, put that back in. Put that
up. I'm really enjoying not
starting to
caring
remember
about stuff.
Starting to remember stuff, put that back in.
That's it. The darkness is coming back. Get it back in.
The Chinese woman was involved in a minor car accident and advised to get a CT scan to make sure there was no damage to her head.
By the way, a minor car accident.
Yes.
No, so the car accident isn't where she got the needles in the head. That's where
That's where they told her to
like,
get the
hey,
CT
check to see if you have a
And the
concussion.
fact that they found these, it's like trying to find a needle in a Chinese woman's head. It's very difficult to do.
Fortunately,
Well,
for
it's
her.
actually easier than a haystack.
It's a little easier than
because you can't CT scan a haystack. That's right.
Fortunately, although none of us know if you can or can't.
No, I think you probably can't because it's got to be big enough to slide. Unless it's like a
put the
Not
stack
with this
in there.
healthcare system, you can't.
I know. Thank you.
No one can afford it.
You get
Can I
yourself
s-
a bale and you put the bale on the little
Dan.
track.
Stop.
Dan, of the four of us,
I'm talking about a haystack.
Billy is probably the only one who's lost something in a haystack.
No, that's not true. Best job I ever had was baling hay.
Dan!
You did not
Dan,
bail hay.
The hell I
cannot-
didn't.
That is a lie. If that's
Thank
the
you.
best job you've ever had,
Dude,
then you quit doing
every
what
day.
you're doing right now, and I can get you a hail bale.
Yeah.
I could get myself. I'll go out to Copple Farms and start working next summer. You'd start every day with a full field, and at the end of the day, it's done. It felt so gratifying.
Yeah.
And
What
then
do
the
you
next
do?
day,
with a pitchfork, you put them into
no, it
piles?
shoots out of a baler.
Oh.
It's in a thing, and then you stack them.
Oh, you
gotta
stack
go.
'em.
It's like you're on a trailer hitched behind a baler.
No, but a haystack is like a mound of hay.
Not a
That's
bale.
what I think.
well,
of.
yeah, but sometimes your baler cord's broke, and then you'd have yourself a big old pile of hay. You guys, you got to bale some hay. I'm gonna make your kids bale hay. with
Okay,
me.
sure.
Sweet.
I'm down.
Have you ever baled hay?
It is.
Billy?
Yeah, I was raised on a cattle farm.
Okay, yeah. So you've done
Yeah,
it.
so that was just a thing we did every year.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was
So
certainly not
it wasn't
fun.
a job.
No, it was.
wasn't-
It was like, go, Billy, go bale that hay. And you're like, oh, God.
snakes and shit. Yeah, it's not
Oh, yeah.
Snakes?
Yeah, and rodents all the time.
Yeah.
So
It's
is
like
it
little
easier
field
to,
mice.
is it easier to find a snake in a haystack?
They find you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's usually the way it works.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, hey, where are the snakes at? You're like, oh yeah, there's a snake right there.
there's a snake there. Give it some mice.
Well, fortunately for her, there was no trauma related to the accident, but the CT scan showed something stranger. 2 needles, about how many inches do you guys think long,
God.
were in her head,
Take a
embedded
guess.
deep
He's just
into
shaking
her
his head.
brain?
Billy is shaking his head now.
Oh, I don't like this. If it's more than regular needle,
Mm-hmm. What is regular in this situation?
What do you want to go with? What's your guess,
I'm-
Billy?
I'm just thinking like, what's my guess?
Yeah.
Well, the way you said it, I'm just going to use context clues like we're taking a test.
Sure.
I'm going to say 5 inches.
5
Okay.
inches. Jay,
So I would love to give
you want them
this-
to be knitting needles.
Yes, but I
But
would
then how
love,
would you not notice them?
I would love to constantly nudge this woman about.
Oh, I
having
understand.
a-
Stop needling her. I get it.
There you
I would say 3 inches.
go. Okay.
I'm going to say 7 inches. This is the big old needle.
You guys, your answers are locked in. But think about a 7-inch. Go from the top of your head and then go
too big.
down
That'd be too
7
much
inches.
damage.
That'd be like into your mouth.
All right,
Have
3
you-
inches.
but
I'm
to
gonna
be
win.
fair, like you guys have kids.
Yeah.
I bet Daniel, you've never seen an epidural needle, have you?
It's like this big. It's big.
Fucking nuts.
It's huge. Yeah, it's big.
Terrifying.
Pardon my French. It is insane.
Terrifying.
Well, she had 2 needles embedded deep in her brain that were just shy of 2 inches in length.
Okay, Jay was in the thing.
I know, very good.
7.
When you think about that, and then you put that into your head.
That's this, Dan.
It goes from seeming small to seeming very big.
Gauge? What's the gauge?
Yeah.
4.9 millimeters in diameter.
Okay.
Man, I don't know what that means.
I don't mean
That's terrible.
It's a small needle, but why is it in her head?
According to the Chinese website Sohu,
Did she go see a magic show that went wrong?
the woman has already reported the findings of the CT scan to local police. She reportedly
Dan, worst acupuncturist ever.
Or
That's
best.
what I was just thinking. Like, I've been to the acupuncturist, just forgot them when I left before.
You walked out and you're like, oh shit, I got 6 of these in my hand.
Oh,
I just pulled them out.
Do you guys remember?
You pulled them out, and like some woman in Guatemala was like, God damn it.
But do you guys remember?
Dios mío.
This might be a deep cut for some listeners, but they can go Google it. Hard Knocks. James Harrison got like 276 needles
I saw that.
put into his back.
Yeah.
And that's like his normal. Now, I've never done acupuncture.
James Harrison also bench pressed a truck. I've done. So I had a woman.
Did he murder someone too?
No, he did not. That was
Ray Lewis.
No, you're thinking of the white suit.
That was Dante Stallworth who ran over someone.
Ray Lewis. All right.
Ray Lewis, but whatever.
You all named 9 different
That's
NFL players.
Lots of people. That was Ray Carruth. No, he had the person try and murder his wife. Whatever.
Okay.
The NFL, there's a lot of murder. But I had a woman in New York who was my acupuncturist, and my friend introduced me and said this was, she was my favorite, like one of my favorite people in the world.
Sure.
Older Chinese woman who was Chon Kim was her name. Chon, not Joan. Chon.
It's a cool
Kim.
name.
Choni loves Jachi.
Oh my God. At Sklar Brothers, all caps. Thumbs up emoticon.
She was.
But with a wink.
And she used to make her own, like, she used to sew her own things. She would get it from Cho-An Fabrics.
Oh my God.
No, she was amazing. But I'm
going to get your mic turned off.
I can't,
out of love.
I can't even believe how good it felt. Like I was not a big person on, Eastern medicine and whatnot, but this, I had lower back issues and lower back problems. And the idea of putting a needle in the top of your head and the bottom of your feet to control what's happening in your lower back.
Did she put electrical currents through it a little bit?
She did. She attached it to a little kind of like a tiny battery and sent some currents through it, and it felt great. Truthfully, I was like, I'm sold on this. It has to be the right person. The problem is she was so good that when I went to try and do it here in Los Angeles, I couldn't find anyone who was even close to her level of voice. She was like a master.
Chinatown.
Amazing.
Well, I've never had it done, but
go to Chinatown.
What's that?
Go to Chinatown.
Yeah, there's an option. Yeah, Jake.
Absolutely.
Go there, Jake.
Go to Chonatown.
Stop.
So she reportedly has a suspicion as to the origin of the needles in her head, but she did not want to reveal anything at this time.
Okay, so she knows what happened.
She got into a knitting fight.
Oh, well, or but like doesn't remember it.
It's a sewing circle gone wrong.
Yeah. Sewing circle scrum.
Doctors believe the needles must have been deliberately or accidentally inserted into her head when she was very young.
Yeah, that's how everything happens. That's how everything happens, deliberately or
intentionally. Yeah, way to cover your bases.
Deliberately or accidentally. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's how everything happens.
Yeah, but they say that regardless, it probably happened when she was very young because judging by their diameter, they wouldn't have been able to pierce a skull. Or it was pierce a fully developed skull.
Jesus.
And also there's no skull or scalp injury, and she has no recollection of any serious head trauma or any head injury.
This is where if you believe in aliens, you point to this as like there were aliens.
Or you say to yourself, this is a Chinese woman?
Yes.
Do not.
No.
I'm going to tell you not
I don't
to
think you should. I don't think you should finish anything.
Thank you, Billy Wayne Davis.
All I'm saying is that there was a time in China where they did not want female Chinese babies.
That's right. That's how they tried to kill her?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Dan,
whether deliberately or accidentally, it's possible.
He went in a really great direction.
Thank
you did turn the boat very
we were very worried.
You turned the junk around well.
Doctors say the needles are unlikely to cause any problems because of how thin they are and the area of the brain they are located in, which also makes me wonder, like, how much of my brain
do I not use?
He said, like, just cut that part out. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know. You guys, like we were talking about the NFL, like so much of it.
Thank you.
That's very true.
And this is spend like 20 minutes with Duncan Trussell and you'll realize how little of our brain we're actually using. Amen.
The woman is not alone in this particular case. As we earlier reported about a 76-year-old man who had a knife blade removed from his head after how many years? I'm going to let you guys, this is a little side story that they dipped in.
I love it.
He was stabbed during a fight. He's 76 years old.
Let me, just a quick question. Was it over oat milk?
It could have been.
Okay. So he was stabbed in the head with a knife blade. How long was it in his head before it was removed?
I'll tell you this. The farmer had the 4-inch long rusty knife surgically removed from his brain.
Jesus.
How many years was it stuck in his head before he did something about it? Billy, do you want to go first, Tig, or third?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
Was it rusty when it went in?
No.
Or was it rusty when it came out?
This is over time.
I think over time it got rusty.
Huh.
I would assume.
Say
I don't know.
35 years.
Okay.
35 years it's been there. So 76, it happened to him when he was. So I'm going to say
whatever that is.
41.
Good call.
So we, as parents for our kids, in public school, we have to sign up for something called the parent portal, where you would then have to link to your kid, and that's LAUSD public school stuff. It's boring, but I just want you to know is there was a problem with my name and I wasn't connected to my son, and I procrastinated for about 6 weeks dealing with
Sure.
I just got to it like yesterday, and I was like, I need to deal with this. And I thought the whole time, I have to deal with this. I can't imagine having a blade in my head and procrastinating that as long as I'm about to say how long I think he did it.
Okay.
45 years.
45 years.
So not to piggyback on what Jay was saying, but my youngest daughter in LAUSD, I tried to sign her up, and they give her a PIN number and they give her an ID number and a PIN number, and we have her student ID. We can't find the PIN. I think it's in this Chinese woman's head. Yeah, I think so. I think we need to get out. I'm going to say this thing has been in his head. If it happened when they're young, maybe this is just happening to young kids. I think it's been in there 70 years.
70 years.
Yeah.
He's been since a 6-year-old.
Yeah, get into a knife fight when he was 6.
Never know. That's a
you don't know
book.
his life.
Right.
You don't know
what he had. It happened when he was 21 and he got drunk.
Gilbert and his knife. It's a children's book. The knife has been lodged in his head until it was removed for 26 years.
Wow.
26 years.
So, like Jay said,
how do you sleep?
Yeah, exactly. How are you?
I don't know. You're in your 50s at that point. You've accepted how life
They're
is.
just like, hey, man.
Yeah, but listen, because of the blade in his brain, he had not only lost vision in his right eye, but also suffered near full paralysis on his left arm and leg. You're putting up with way too much.
But do you think he connected it to the knife?
God, I hope so. It was a 4-inch blade.
Or do you think he's like, man, getting old?
Yeah, exactly. God, I'm just not feeling the way I would. I got so much to do this week.
Agent, right? They removed the knife, and he's like, oh, my left hand.
I feel great. You know what? I keep meaning to do that, but
I got something else. So too busy to never catch up on the knife in my head.
Yeah.
All right, that's story number 2.
Story number 2 down in the book.
Give
us a tease on 3.
Like the rust part is fascinating to me. Like there's a lot of oxygen, I guess, in our brain.
Oxygen and water, moisture.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Our third story, a little bit of hint: bad stuff at the graveyard.
Bad stuff at the graveyard. I don't expect good stuff to happen at the graveyard. All right, when we come back, people who listen to who are Patreon members, we're going to have a very special Q&A that will only live on our Patreon page. If you're not a member of the Patreon, there's all sorts of great new stuff on there. We've launched it and we've re-canoodled it to fit this world that we live in. So please go to, if you look up Dumb People Town on Patreon, you can become a member, and there's great new content. Patreon.com/dumbpeopletown.
You're right.
Sign up. There's all kinds of levels, and you'll get this great awesome extra exclusive content. Interview like we're going to do with him and drop onto our Patreon page. So,
all right, we'll be right back after this.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Guys, I want to talk about the unbelievable cache of products that I got from Hawthorne. They're amazing, and I have to keep them away from my family. They want to steal all of my shampoos. They love the body wash. They love the.
Here's why I love
soaps.
the body wash. How many times do you put on body wash? And
I've used a lot of the body wash.
Okay, so how many times you put on body wash? Because we've been to tons of hotels that have the body wash, and as soon as you put it on your body, it's gone. Mm-hmm. And you're like, wait, that just went away.
Yeah.
Like that's not doing its job.
Yeah.
This body wash is thick, luxurious, fantastic.
The shampoo,
I love it. The shampoo is great.
Fantastic.
The hand soap, Hinoki Wood. I once had my hand.
There it is.
It smelled real good. Hinoki Wood.
I don't know which way you're going with it, but it is. So I tried everything. All right. So I am now an expert on Hawthorne products. The face lotion is amazing. How beautiful does my skin look?
It's
fantastic. The face lotion, the hand lotion is amazing. The sunscreen for your face is incredible. Again, the shampoos are amazing and unbelievable. The Hinoki Wood hand wash. All of their products are made, first of all, they look beautiful. Mm-hmm. So to have all these products out in your house, it looks beautiful. Not that should matter more than the product itself, because the product itself is incredible.
Unreal.
I'm literally speaking from the heart here.
Hooked.
I'm so hooked on these things. They will be forever what I use. And it's natural. The smells are so good. They have scents that you just normally don't see, that you can mix you take a quiz on the thing. It says, what do you like? And then they sort of pair you up with the scents that based on the quiz that you take. It's a very thoughtful and organic way to get you into the products that you use.
And if you really love what they got going, you can put yourself in for orders where they refresh it every month. And that's another thing. So you don't have to think about it and go to the store and
I'm going to say this as we head into gift giving season.
I mean, that's what I was going to say.
Daniel?
No, I was going to say, treat yourself, but also this is a great way to treat somebody else for something that they're going to use all the time and love.
And support our show.
And just get yourself great products. Hawthorne is a fun and convenient way to get super high quality products.
Tell them what they got to do.
Tailored specifically. Get special offers for the holidays going on right now by visiting hawthorne.co. That's HAWTHORNE.co to check out their special holiday offers. Hawthorne.co. I'm telling you,
I'm all in on this
We've
stuff.
stumbled upon something amazing, and I love being able to share it with you. Hawthorne.co. Try that Hinoki Wood. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Unreal.
As you know, guys, this is the pandemic, and we are at home, and I'm doing a ton more walking. I'm walking 6 to 10 miles a day. It is insane, but I cannot just walk out and listen to the world. I have to be listening to something else. Podcasts. I listen to music. I talk on the phone to people, and I get it all out when I'm walking. It is a great way to combine those two things. And I needed great earbuds. I needed ones that actually canceled out all the noise around me.
Yep.
That
fit your ears well.
Fit my ears, and again, gave me great sound through and through. And I found them. They're my Raycon earbuds. I love them so much. The everyday E25 earbuds.
That's the ones
I think they're the best ones yet. 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing.
I like the fact that if you take one out, it doesn't stop whatever you're listening to.
It keeps it going.
More compact design, so it fits you. The noise isolating fit. They're stylish and discreet. No dangling wires or stems. This is, I'm telling you, they were co-founded by Ray J. Everybody, and everybody's on board, including me. I'm telling you, you guys have talked to me on the phone on my Raycons. I sound great.
Yeah.
Right? Give them a try. Raycon has a 45-day free return policy, so you can make sure that the pair of wireless earbuds for you. Again, we are operating in a world right now where people are working from home.
Right.
You're doing your calls from home.
You just don't want to zone out. Like I've been listening to a lot of the Waterfall 2, the new My Morning Jacket album on them, and I'm like, you just go for a walk, put on that, and hear it perfectly. And
hear everything, every little bit of what they're trying to do. So for limited time, get 15% off your order.
So that's great. It's already not as expensive as other products.
So reasonably priced, but you get even more at buyraycon.com/DPT. That's BUYRAYCON.com/DPT for a special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. Again, for the holidays, if you're thinking of a good gift to get for someone or get for yourself, make sure to check it out now while the deal is running. Buyraycon.com/DPT.
Hey guys, welcome back. All right, Daniel, take us home, brother.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Sent in by Hunter the Bounty Dog at Hunter Gray Beal. Love it.
Thank you.
Is it Hunter Biden?
I hope not. Okay. City officials said a man.
I hope it is. Good for him.
I don't. We don't need the heat. We're just making a dumb little podcast.
Sending it off your laptop.
City officials said a man was arrested after causing damages to a local cemetery. Authorities responded to reports of vandalism at a church cemetery on Huckleberry Springs Road.
I'm your Huckleberry now.
Around 2:30 on Monday. They don't say PM or AM, and I feel like that is
that's a huge
factor in what's happening.
2:30 AM on a Sunday night, Monday morning.
Yes,
is a very different thing than 2 in the afternoon on Monday.
Yeah. When the officers arrived on scene, they noticed extensive damage to the cemetery, including dug up spots in the ground and broken headstones. Now, you guys know this, Billy. I don't know if I ever told you, but I used to be a grave digger.
That's right. Jesus, Dan.
And so I remember there's a part in Rochelle, there's a part of the cemetery which was there was two weird parts. One was called the paupers section, where they buried people who didn't have anything. So you would have to put these rods into the ground to find their bones so that you didn't dig a plot there.
Jesus.
And then there was another part that was for
oh my God.
There was you would put this rod and then you'd be like, oh, that's ribs. And then there was another part where the gypsies were buried and nothing grew there. And so one night, some high schoolers, there was this kiln. They hooked it up to a truck just for no good reason and ripped it out of the ground.
Can't believe
And then
that.
2 nights later, we came back to the cemetery or in the morning to work, me and John Loggins, and brand new kiln put up there. And and sometimes you'd see people out by the gypsy graves in the middle of the night. So I've seen weird stuff.
It's don't fuck with dead people
at a cemetery.
What?
How lame
What do you mean nothing grew there?
It was all mud. Everywhere else was grass, really nice plush grass, but where the gypsy graves were, it was just mud.
That's insane.
Why wouldn't that sounds like the groundskeepers?
No, John Loggins worked his ass off every day trying to keep that place nice.
And he was Kenny Loggins' son.
Listen, brother.
Mud is gypsy grass.
His brother.
There you go.
Mud is gypsy grass.
Okay,
Jesus,
so they roll up and they find dug up spots in the ground and broken headstones. A witness told officers a man had been seen around the property and damaging the cemetery. Why? Officers identified the suspect as Danny Frazier, who told officers.
Can I interrupt because I like that small town interaction right there where the witness is like, yeah, man, I seen somebody doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what was his name?
Seems like they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
I think it was Danny Frazier.
Is that the little Danny
That's
Frazier? How old's Danny Frazier now?
39.
57. Little Danny Frazier.
He told officers he did destroy some of the property in an effort to, because it's Halloween time, resurrect his dead grandmother who's buried at the cemetery.
I got news to you, Danny. She doesn't want to be resurrected. And you know what? Now that you did this, even if she did want to be resurrected, she's embarrassed by you.
She comes up. She's like,
clean this up, dummy.
Little Danny
Frazier.
Officer said the cost to repair the damages would be roughly $30,000. Frazier.
That's definitely money that little Danny Frazier does
Frazier.
not have.
Down goes Frazier.
Down goes Frazier.
Was arrested and charged with vandalism and criminal trespassing. We will now play a game we don't get to play very often here in Dumb People Town. We will get out of here on this. No. Whose home state did this happen in?
Was it Tennessee,
Missouri,
or Illinois?
Where is Danny Frazier out on Huckleberry Springs Road?
This could be anywhere.
Well, I was going to say that doesn't narrow any of those things.
I know. That's why this game is so tough.
Thinking that he can bring his grandma back to life in the middle of the night or afternoon. We don't even know. Billy Wayne Davis. Who's home state?
I'm gonna guess Tennessee.
Okay.
Because it sounds like some moonshine.
Jay, what do you think? I'm going to say Missouri. I think that's our home state. I think it's our home state, too. I'm going to say Missouri.
It could be, man.
It could be. That's the boot heel of Missouri. That's Cape Girardeau.
All right, we'll leave everybody on this because Danny Frazier missed his grandma at 2:30 in the afternoon / middle of the night in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh! Oh, there you go.
That's
40 minutes from my house.
A fitting way. Rocket Top, Tennessee.
Conway, baby.
It's probably why he stopped digging is he hit rock and he just started knocking over stuff.
Yeah, he hit the rocky top. He took the rocks off the top. That's right. Billy Wayne Davis, dude, thank you so much for joining us today.
Anytime, you guys.
All of everybody out there to follow him, check him out. Check out, and when the special comes out, you'll let us know and we'll tell everybody where they can see.
Can't wait to hang with you again, man, at shows.
Good to see you,
yes. Brother. God, I love you. Miss you guys. Thank you.
Miss you too. All right. And oh shit, guys, we gotta get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down. It's Dumb People Town.
Scarpins Avenue, a podcast network.